exactly. Like Dr. Walker said, my story, it started, I would say I was about 44 years old. I was 44 at the time. And I started experiencing frequent urination at the time. And I thought it was, didn't think it was much because at the time I was doing like, it wasn't a water challenge, but I was basically challenging myself. I was sitting at my desk and I would try to drink like 64 ounces of water at during an 8 hour period at work. So, I thought nothing of it. I'm drinking water. Of course, I'm like, because I'm intaking so much fluids, water, I'm going to be using the bathroom even more. So I thought nothing of it. And it was like one night I was driving home and I had the urge to urinate so bad that I literally had to like take a chance of pulling over because I just couldn't hold it. And so I got home and I told my wife, I said, hey, I had to use the bathroom. I couldn't hold it. And she's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. So I brushed it off and maybe like a week later, the same thing happened again. And now this time I'm feeling like a burning sensation. So again, I talked to my wife and she mentioned, hey, you could have like a UTI. So I said, you know what? You're right. I could have like a UTI. So I called my primary care physician. I didn't actually go to them. They have like a sub office where you can actually just walk in, almost like an urgent care almost. So I walked in and I told them my symptoms, what was going on. So they took urine, they did tests, and they said, we don't see anything. We're going to do a culture. We'll call you back in 2 weeks if we see something. Never got the call back. So they said it was nothing. So again, now I'm experiencing even more and more now. And I'm like, something just isn't right. So I called my primary care physician and I usually get, a physical during my birthday, which is in December. And now it's 2019, it's summertime. And I called and I said, hey, I think I need to, I want to come in early. And he said, sure, I have something in late July, early August, whichever one you want. I was like, whichever one you can give me, I want to come in. So I went in and, I always had like a clean bill of health. I was always worried about like my glucose levels. I would always get that blood work done like twice a year because my grandfather was a diabetic. So I wanted to stay on top of that. So I did we did the routine physical, we did the blood work that they can do in the office, the lab there they have in the office. And, my physician, he said, everything looks fine. Is there anything else that, you want to talk about? And I said, hey, I need to get a PSA test done. And he just had this look of confusion. And he's like, why do you want to get a PSA test done? And I said, hey, I found out back in 2016, my dad got diagnosed with prostate cancer. And now I'm experiencing frequent urination and like a burning sensation. And he looked, he said, okay, say no more, let's do it.